Yes, guys, welcome back to the Carib AM show here on Tropics 105.5 FM. I'm just gonna get right into it because this is, I guess, the first day of us getting into this new segment about relationships and just like understanding them. I was asked to do this. Again, I don't like to lend my voice or my opinion to relationship topics because I feel like there's so many other people who talk about them. It isn't necessary for me to do it, but a lot of my listeners asked for it and someone kindly requested it. Others have been like, why did you do this? And then someone was like, hey, is it possible for you to do? I was like, damn, she did the kindly asking me thing. And anyway, so we're gonna get into it today where we're gonna try something a little bit different. Because I had on my socials a poll. So I put up a poll on my socials and I asked you guys what you wanted to talk about in terms of relationships. So these topics are all from different users, from different subscribers, from different followers across my platforms, mainly Instagram because that's mainly where I, promote my stuff. So let's see, because I had all of the topics, I put them all up and listed them all, we put them in a bucket. You're gonna shake them up. All right, let me reach in for one. I'm gonna turn my head so I don't see what I'm reaching for. Oh my god, FMG. Personal hygiene in relationship. This would be the first topic. Personal hygiene. All right, so this is, I think that this is relatively easy in terms of a topic, so shout out to that being the first one. So this is something that I didn't even know was a big issue, but personal hygiene seems to be a thing. I think everything seems to be a thing these days. It's like nobody knows what we're doing. We just all just run around like chickens without heads on. But if you are in a relationship, let's say if you're living with someone, or if you if you're living with someone, or if you have a relationship that you're in, or if you are dating somebody, or if you're just dating around and you're doing whatever, you gotta keep yourself clean. Personal hygiene goes beyond just you brush your teeth, you take a quick shower, and then that's it. You also gotta look at a lot of other things, are you actively detoxing? Are you cleaning yourself? Are you keeping yourself properly moisturized? Are you doing all of the things that you need to do to keep yourself clean? You gotta you gotta make sure you scrub your tongue. These are things that I'm a big proponent for. It's I actively hate, right, when you have a partner and they don't understand that you have to not just brush your teeth, but also scrub your tongue before you engage in anything with somebody else. Because guess what? All of the bacteria that is on your tongue is now on that person's body. Wherever you put your tongue, that bacteria has now gone there. Especially when you deal with things like smokers. I don't have a problem with smokers, but I do have an issue with if the smoker just smokes and then they come into my space. You didn't wash your hands, you didn't, brush your teeth, you didn't scrub your tongue, and then you're going to engage in something physical. No, that's not how it goes. And then we wonder why, women have to deal with things like yeast infections and all that kind of stuff. And this goes hand in hand for women as well, because men are not only the only smokers. There are women who smoke as well. And we need to realize that a lot of the times it's not just the men doing it, we're also doing it as well, when it comes to intercourse, or when it comes to just even being intimate with somebody. And of course we know that intercourse is not the only form of intimacy. You can also have just different things that you can do with your partner to be intimate, and they don't want to smell smoke all the time. They don't want to be, constantly dealing with things like body odor and all that kind of stuff. If you've decided that you want to give up not using deodorant because it has aluminum, blah 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 blah, unless if that's your thing, okay, but you also need to discuss these things with your partner. You need to get into that with your partner. You need to have an open, clear, conscious discussion with your partner about their likes and dislikes in terms of hygiene. For me, I will say it ahead of time because I think that that's necessary. We also shouldn't be using things like flavored lubricants and all these kind of things. These are things that can cause a lot of infections and a lot of like, just unnecessary bacteria in our bodies, but we don't even know that. We think it's cute because we see it on some erotica or whatever, and it's like, it's marketed to you as being something that should be super great, and then you realize, oh crap, it's not so good for my body now, is it? And so you kind of like, you go into like, oh well, yay, using these things, but you don't know why you're itchy 2 days later, or why you have to keep going back to the doctor to be treated for vaginosis or something like that, or vaginitis, not sure. I think it's vaginitis. But either way, when it comes to hygiene, you want to take care of your body. You want to wash yourself regularly. You want to, like, clean out all of the crevices. You want to do what you got to do. This would get into things like, how to shower and how to brush your teeth and how to like, not wear your outside clothes on the bed, not put things that were traveling all through outside on the bed. Have separate rooms for separate things. Like if you live in a studio apartment, you can't help that. So that's understandable. But at the same time, it's like, hey, you can't have your outside stuff coming inside. Take off your shoes, you leave them by the door. Why? Because there's a bunch of bacteria. You don't want to trail them into into your bedroom. Keeping your home clean, cleaning your home, making sure that it is properly suitable for other people. This is heavy on the male vibe, because I have not met one male, and I'm talking about in terms like male friend, male, partner, whatever. I have not met one male that you walk into their home and you think, wow, this smells really amazing. It always smells something rank. I don't know if it's body odor. I don't know if it is something else, okay? Or it just smells like smoke, or it smells like something else that you don't want to be smelling. And then this is the problem with it, because it's like, hey, I don't want to be here. Your house is gross. And then you get like the whole stigma of men are gross and this and this and this. And then you hear these things, but there's a lot of truth to it. I'm just saying. And then ladies, we need to also know, like, hey, keep your space clean. Do what you got to do. You don't have to be like, uber domestic, but you do need that when somebody walks into your house, they don't think, ooh, gross. What's that smell? I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, this is the Care of AM show here on Tropics 105.5 FM. Giving you what you wanted. Just saying. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.